Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing parts of speech revision and synonyms. So come on and turn to page 8. We're doing pages 8 to 9 and let's do some revision. So just to recap, we have a noun. A noun is a naming word. It can name a person, animal, thing, or a quality. So if you're kind, kindness will be a noun. Or pride. Pride is a noun. These are called abstract nouns. Abstract meaning that you cannot actually grasp it or measure it. So it refers to general ideas or concepts such as love, kindness, courage, danger, truth. It's different to concrete nouns. Now, a concrete noun is a noun that refers to things you can see, feel, or whose dimensions can be measured. So if it's a book, the road, desks, farm, these things can actually be held, touched, measured. These are concrete nouns, okay? There are countable nouns and there are nouns that are uncountable. So a countable noun is a noun that can be counted. So if you have one cat, you can have many cats. It's a countable noun. You can actually count the cats. Then you have uncountable nouns because they can't be counted. So you usually don't have a plural form per se. So information, sand, beauty, these things cannot be counted. So we call it an uncountable noun. Don't forget that we have proper nouns and common nouns. So yes, a noun is a naming word for a person, animal, thing, or quality. But if it's a common noun, it won't be the name, meaning John or Sparky or James. Those will be proper nouns because they're the actual names of the person, the animal, the thing, the place, the holiday, the religion, the title of the book. Once it's naming these regular nouns, these common nouns, then it's proper. But if it's regular, like a desk, the desk will count as a common noun. It doesn't have a name. Now let's touch a little on pronouns. So here we can see that a pronoun is a word used instead of a noun or a noun phrase. Example, he instead of the man, or you can even use him. So he and him, pronouns. Instead of the man in she hit the man, you can say she hit him. Now there are lots of pronouns that we use to avoid repetition. Here we have a few. He, it, they, those, her, me, she, him, them, us, my. And I'm sure you can think of some others to replace names and places. Now to go through some verbs. We have verbs that are actions, because you know verbs are action words, so they describe actions or states of being, such as is, are, am, was, were, becoming, appeared. All of these are verbs. Accept, eat, swim, play, run, painted, thought, all of these are verbs. And do you remember adjectives? Yes, adjectives are words that describe the nouns. Just to recap quickly, they describe nouns and pronouns. So remember, nouns are words that describe a person, place, thing, or idea, like Abigail, San Diego, notebook, or hope. And they can also describe pronouns, such as she or her. Okay, now I'm going to prepositions. Prepositions are words that indicate the relationship between a noun and another word in the sentence. So, if you want to show that something is above, within, between, over, through, by, next to, among, under, these are called prepositions. An easy way to remember is the word position in preposition, because it's almost like it's telling you what the position is, if it's between or above, right? And here we have adverbs. So you realize that adverbs has the word verbs in it, and that's because they modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs as well. What do I mean by modify? Well, if you want to talk about how somebody walked down the road, how they walked, walk would be a verb, and how they did it would be slowly. So you're describing the verb, how it was done, where it was done, maybe it was done quietly, peacefully, when it was done, maybe never. So you're describing the verb and the different types of adverbs. Adjectives are also used to describe nouns or pronouns. So it's similar to adverbs, but adverbs describe verbs and adjectives describe nouns or pronouns. So let's say your noun is a thing. Notebook. You want to describe the noun, you use an adjective. Colorful or bright. What is another noun? How about shoes? Shoes. An adjective like small can describe a noun, shoes. Okay. Here you'll see we have prepositions of location, time, and movement. Above, after, against. Okay, and you know we use words like the dog, an apple, a boy, the, an, a. These are articles. So here we have a dog. It's almost like you're describing the noun. So if it's one dog, you'll have a dog. And a dog will be a general term for the dog. A dog is walking down the road. But if it's a dog you're talking about, or you're specifically alluding to, then you'll say the dog. You know, like a dog that usually comes around your neighborhood. The dog, a specific dog. The apple, meaning the one on the table. But you can use an apple if you're talking about a general apple, like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And so the articles is also a part of speech. Articles, they specify the noun. They specify if it's a general noun or a specific noun, if it's referring to them specifically or generally. So a, the, and an. A, the, and an are all articles. Now let's talk about conjunctions. Conjunctions. You see it has the word junction in it? And whenever you're stopping at a junction, it's because different roads are being linked together. Not so? The T-junction. Yeah, driver, drop me by the junction there. The junction is usually where more roads meet. So, in the same way, sentences come together and they need conjunctions between them. Instead of just putting a full stop, you can link the sentences together. So, conjunctions are words that connect sentences, phrases, ideas between sentences as well, where you use words like although, except, since, while, unless. And is one of the most popular conjunctions, and but. So those link sentences together or connect phrases and ideas between sentences. And here we have interjections. Ouch, congratulations, hey, whoa, aha, oh no, ugh, hooray. So these are words that express strong feelings or emotions and are often followed by an exclamation mark. That's the one that goes down and then there's a dot. Okay, so today we're going to read this paragraph below and find examples of each of the parts of speech listed above. So here we have since, beginning her career, Rihanna, the singer-songwriter from Barbados, has received a bevy of awards for her music, around 200 of them. So since, preposition of time. Beginning means meaning that she was doing something, meaning that she was doing an action. Beginning, so this would be a verb. Her, pronoun, because it's replacing the noun Rihanna. Career as a thing. Noun, Rihanna as a person. Noun, the would be an article, like the, a, an. Singer, meaning the person, the singer-songwriter, that is the person. So that's noun. From, preposition, Barbados. Barbados is the name of a place. Noun. Has. Has is from the verb to be. So remember I told you guys that verbs are not just action words, but also the state of being. So from the verb to be, we have has. Like he has, she has. So she has received, right? Received meaning an action, so that is a verb. A, so that's an article. Bevy, this is a collective noun. So it's a noun that tells us about a group, like a group of awards. Of preposition, awards are things, so that's a noun. For, preposition. Her, pronoun. Music. Music would be a thing here. Remember we spoke about abstract nouns, so that's a noun. Around, preposition. 200 of them. So 200 would be describing how many of them. That would be an adverb. Of, preposition. So them here is referring to the awards. It was around 200. That was describing the awards, how many of them, adjective. And them is a pronoun because it's replacing the awards, which is a noun. Remember, a pronoun replaces a noun. Pronoun, her, replacing Rihanna, which is the noun. Awards, a thing, so that's a noun. Are, remember I said that we have the verb to be, so verbs are not just about doing, it's also about the state of being. So to be, so her awards are in preposition. Pop is an adjective because it's referring to the type of category. So categories, this would be a noun. And pop category, R&B category, soul category, rock category, so rap category. All of these are describing the type of categories that she won the awards in, right? So category would be a noun, and rap and rock and R&B, they're all going to be adjectives. Remember, adjectives describe nouns. And here is a conjunction, because remember, conjunctions join sentences together, phrases, etc. Right? So you can go ahead and see that in the rest of the paragraph we have pronouns, her meaning Rihanna, first single, so first is describing which single it was, meaning single is the noun, and first would be the adjective. Led is a verb, her, pronoun, remember that's Rihanna, to, preposition. Win, winning is an action, so that's a verb. 3 awards, 3 will be your adjective, it's the adjective of quantity, and it's describing how many awards, how many nouns were won. And conjunction, her, pronoun, debut, album. Album meaning that this is a noun, and debut is describing which album it was, so that's an adjective. Now here we have Music of the Sun 2005, which is the name of the album, and if it's the name of a noun, it's a proper noun. Now that we've gone through some parts of speech, just want to delve a little bit more into pronouns. Now we should know these things already, but it's revision. So sometimes pronouns can be confusing if they're not clear. If who you're talking about in the sentence is not clear, then you can make a mistake. I heard it was Anne's brother's birthday, and I sent him a dress. Anne's brother's birthday, and you sent him a dress. So he clearly was not sure whose birthday it was. Here we have some rules for you. So you're looking at the sentences below, and you can create your own examples. So gender. The pronoun must agree with the noun it refers to. So the gender is important. So if we're talking about Rihanna wanted to know if he had won a prize. Now, we could be talking about somebody else in the sentence who is not referred to here. So you could have had a sentence before this that said, Jim did really well at the awards. Rihanna wanted to know if he had won a prize. But in this sentence, we're not seeing any extra information, which means that the he isn't obvious. We don't know who he is. So the word should be she. Rihanna wanted to know if she, because it's a girl here, had won a prize. So gender is important. It must match up. Here we have number. So pronouns must agree, right? So the noun in terms of number must match up. The students is a noun here. So let's make sure that our pronoun is matching in terms of number. The students were told that they, because it's plural, were not allowed on the bus. If there are two nouns joined by and, the pronoun must be plural. So this one here is about it being plural. Titus and Raj, plural, were told that they had passed. When two nouns are joined by or either or, the pronoun agrees with the noun closer to it. So here we have either the students or Miss Adams will bring her laptop to class. Now, yes, we said students here, but Miss Adams is closer to the pronoun used. So either the students or Miss Adams will bring her laptop to class. We use the one that is closer for the pronoun to match. Everybody, somebody, anything, something, nobody, nothing are treated as singular, not plural. Everybody is waiting to collect his certificate, not there. Somebody has left her purse in the cloakroom, not there, but her, because we're treating it as if it is singular. An uncountable noun is treated as singular too. Uncountable, like coffee, like sand. I only like coffee if it has sugar in it. Collective nouns now. When a collective noun, like bevy, remember we did bevy of awards, right, for groups. So collective nouns refer to groups, right? And we treat it as singular. So the crowd was huge. It was even bigger than Rihanna expected. The crowd, the collective noun, is treated as one crowd. It. If we want to refer to the individuals in a group, we use the plural. My family is very close. I love them all. You wouldn't say I love it all. I love them all. You're referring to the individuals in the group, not the group, the individuals. Right, I did promise you guys at the beginning of this video that we were going to touch on synonyms. Do you remember what synonyms are? Yes, synonyms are words that are very similar in meaning to each other. So, if you have a word such as happy, a word that can be a synonym for happy can be overjoyed, joyful, delighted. So here we have A to F. They seem to have a very, do you want to put happy marriage, good-humored marriage, joyful marriage? Let me know. When they heard the noise, they were absolutely happy, joyful, absolutely overjoyed, absolutely delighted. Maybe. When she first got married, Marsha was not very happy, but now she and her husband both seem very contented, joyful, good-humored, overjoyed. Which one fits best? They're all similar in meaning. D. Our physics teacher always seems to be very happy, even when our experiments don't work out properly. Perhaps good-humored would be better. When their baby arrived, they were joyful, delighted, overjoyed. Everybody wanted to come to celebrate the joyful event. That sounds okay. Let me know in the comments below which one you will choose for each letter. A, is it contented? B, perhaps good-humored? C, overjoyed? Synonyms do mean the same things, more or less, but there are slight differences, and there are words that best complete certain sentences. In some cases, there are more than one synonym that can be used. Let me know in the comments below which ones you chose.